All right, let's dive in. We're going to explore how to get dramatically better results from the AI tools you're probably using every single day. These models are incredibly powerful, but honestly, most of us are barely scratching the surface of what they can really do. So, have you ever felt like your chats with an AI are fine, but not really great? Well, you are definitely not alone. The thing is, the models are smarter than they've ever been. It turns out, a lot of the time, we're the ones holding them back, just by not quite knowing the best way to talk to them. But we're going to fix that today. We're going to level up your skills in 3 key areas. First, we'll get into the art of the prompt. Then, we'll unpack how an AI actually remembers things. And finally, we'll unleash some seriously powerful tools that can turn your AI into a real creative partner. Okay, first up, the art of the prompt. This is the absolute foundation. The single most important step to getting better outputs is just mastering your inputs. The clearer you can be about what you want, the better and more focused the AI's response is going to be. Now, before you even type a single word, the first big choice is the model itself, because they're not all the same. Different models have their own unique strengths. Claude is just fantastic for coding tasks. ChatGPT is a total powerhouse for brainstorming and creative ideas. And Gemini, well, it really shines with deep research and chewing through huge documents. Just matching the right tool to your task is your first easy win. And look, just a few simple tweaks in how you ask for things can radically improve your results. Don't just give up if the first answer isn't perfect. Use feedback. Go back and forth with it. For example, instead of saying something vague like, make it shorter, try being specific. Summarize this for me in 3 bullet points. Telling it the format you want isn't some complex engineering. It's just clear communication. So how does an AI tackle something that needs, multiple steps, like a math problem or a tricky logic question? It's not just some black box magic. They actually use a structured process that you can encourage to get much better, more well-reasoned results. And that process is called chain of thought reasoning. Honestly, this is kind of the secret sauce that powers the intelligence of these models. Instead of just jumping to a conclusion, the AI literally thinks step by step, and it shows its work along the way, kind of like how we would solve a tricky puzzle. You can see how logical and sequential it is. The AI breaks the problem down, solves the first little piece, and then uses that answer to figure out the next step. A lot of the newer models do this automatically now, but just understanding how it works helps you ask questions in a way that leads to the best possible answers. All right, next up, let's talk about the AI's memory. This is the key to getting over some of the most common frustrations. If you've ever felt like your AI is being forgetful or starts repeating itself, this section is for you. Okay, here's the big insight. Your AI's biggest weakness is its short-term memory. It's called the context window. Just think of it like the amount of information it can juggle in its head for your one conversation. As that chat gets longer and longer, older details start to fall out of that window. And that is exactly why an AI might start repeating itself in a long session. It has literally forgotten what you talked about at the beginning. So the crucial takeaway here is this. When you're switching to a totally new topic, just start a new chat. It's that simple. This gives the model a fresh, clean slate, a totally empty context window. That way, it can stay completely focused on your new task without getting confused by your last conversation. But it's not just about that short-term window. The models also have longer-term memory. There's chat memory, which is where the AI kind of implicitly picks up on details about you over time. But way more powerful is user memory, which you control. You can flat out tell it facts to remember about you for all of your future conversation. And this is where you can really start to make the AI your own. By using custom instructions, you can give it a permanent set of rules to follow. Tell it about your job, what your goals are, or the tone you always want it to use. This makes every single chat more personalized and way more useful for your specific needs. Okay, we've covered the fundamentals, right? Now we get to the really fun, transformative features. The stuff that takes your AI from being just a simple tool and turns it into a real collaborative partner, one that's designed for complex, long-term work. Oh man, we've all been there. You're trying to plan a big project, right? Maybe a trip or a new business idea, and you've got like 5 different chats going at once. You're scrolling back, trying to find that one specific thing you told it an hour ago. It's just a mess. All the important stuff is scattered everywhere. While projects are the solution to all that chaos, think of a project as a dedicated, permanent workspace for one big, long-term task. It keeps all your files, all your instructions, and all your chats neatly organized in one single command center. Now, the heart of any project is the system prompt. This is where you give the AI its permanent job description and core instructions for that entire project. By giving it a specific role, like professional travel agent, you narrow its focus, and that makes its responses so much more consistent and accurate. And when your project needs info, you've got options. A standard web search is great. It's fast, perfect for quick facts. But it really only scratches the surface. For a deep dive analysis, the deep research feature is a total game changer. Sure, it takes a little longer, but it digs through sources, follows links, and gives you a much more complete and detailed report. Let's talk about creating stuff, like writing. The old way of working with AI text was, let's be honest, it was frustrating. You'd ask it to change one tiny thing, maybe just a single sentence, and you'd have to sit there and wait for it to rewrite the entire document all over again from scratch. Canvas mode completely flips that on its head. It basically creates a shared document where you and the AI can work together at the same time. It's not a one-way street anymore, it's a real two-way collaboration. This feature is it's so powerful. You can type directly into the document yourself, or you can ask the AI to tweak just one paragraph. It saves a massive amount of time. Plus, you can track different versions, you can run code, and you can even share the canvas with your team so you can all work on the same thing together. It's seamless. So, when you move beyond just simple prompts and start using these advanced tools, you're not just getting slightly better answers. You're fundamentally changing how you create, how you research, and how you solve problems. You're shifting from just asking questions to actually building something alongside a powerful partner. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build first?